Hello and welcome, you join me ADG, and here I am on Gran Turismo Sport watching a race back from last night from Red Bull Ring, race 3 of the MRC GTTCC season. And yeah, this was pretty much the best race I have ever had online, and I've been racing online for quite a few years, not league racing for loads of years, but in open lobbies and stuff like that, and I've had some good races, but this is one of the best. So I'm just going to do a video for a change, just watching my own race. So I have a decent start in 9th. I've got Subarugaz next to me, which is my main rival throughout this race. But yeah, you'll see what I mean. It just turned into an absolute belter of a race. Not because of positions, I wasn't right at the top, but just battling away lap after lap with the guy in front of me at the moment, Subarugaz in the BMW M4. It was just phenomenal, absolutely unbelievable. I was buzzing. I've never had a race like it for how I felt after it. I was absolutely buzzing. I could not believe it, and I still can't now. It was such a good one. Anyway, we see me and Subarugaz pretty close on the first lap. We're in 7th and 6th at the moment. See everyone else as well, but I'm going to do a different commentary, so I won't really say much about anyone else. I'm going to do another replay video of the whole race from everyone's perspective. So we see Dan going off a bit wide, gets me up behind Subarugaz again. See Subarugaz there, avoiding the back of Bales. Looked like he was going to hit him on the brakes, so bailed out of it, excuse the pun, and managed to avoid the back end and go deep into the corner instead, but avoid the accident. So this is about the only respite I got from Subarugaz. Now he's dropped back into 9th place, he has to come back through. So we'll stick with the whole half an hour race, just to give it some perspective. I'm in the Ferrari 458, I'm ADG, and pretty much everyone else is in the Porsche, apart from Subarugaz in the BMW M4. And if there's anything this race has taught me, it's the Ferrari and the BMW M4 can have a really, really good race. They're matched absolutely perfectly for pace. So a few quiet little laps on my own, with Dan and Robus right behind me chasing me. So we see Dan going for the inside line into the hairpin. Both running our penalties off as we go into that. Robert's going a bit wide, so Gaz has got the run on him behind. But Dan up into 6th, dropping me down into 7th now. Gaz going down the inside of Robus, not managing to make it stick though. Oh, Maybe I should have done this a bit later. I'm pretty tired. I've only just got up. It might not be the most lively of commentary. So I'm currently sat in 7th, and Subarugaz, the main interest in this one, is in 9th, 2 places behind me. The Gaz has got past Roberts now. From this point onwards, me and Subarugaz are racing, especially there as it catches me coming out of that curb, out of that corner. Sorry, like I say, it's pretty early. So here we go. This is the race of my life from now on. Unbelievable stuff. Every time I looked back, I couldn't believe how close he was. I could pretty much see him on the radar into every single corner for half an hour if I was in front. So he's got the slipstream on me, he's right on my bumper. Thought better of an overtaking to T1. So we're in 7th and 8th place, and like I say, this is pretty much the start of it all. So we're pretty much 7 minutes in as the battle starts. But just watch this, unbelievable. Like I say, I've never had racing like it. Man, I've had some good races, don't get me wrong. Goes down the inside, forces me to give him room, and then he's got room down the inside for the next one, so gets past me with a good move, puts me into 8th place. And you're thinking, is that it? Is that it? That's not it. So I stick with him, stick right on his bumper, follow him through the last 2 corners onto the last straight, and slipstreaming down into the first corner. Pretty much bumper to bumper again, pretty close to each other. Actually mix up the camera angle. See me now getting a bit of a run, bit of a slipstream, picking up a penalty at the same time though. We're getting back past, crucially. And then getting it slightly deep on the brakes, so giving a bit of room at the apex for Gaz. But managing to get a decent exit and sticking it back in 7th place. So that's 1 position change. Gaz has had me once. But I got him back. So again, you see guys closing in on my bumper as we go through this section towards the end of the lap. You couldn't really get much closer without touching. Thinks better of it into that corner. Looks like you got a bit of squiffy on the brakes. So slipstreaming again, and looking to get down the inside on the start of lap 7, which he manages to do, and give him a bit of room at the apex again, and we run it side by side on the exit. Didn't quite execute the move and get past me, so we ended up running side by side because of it, which was good. So at one point I started thinking, am I holding Gaz up here? But then eventually when he got past me again, I proved not to be. I'm not stupid either. I do like to think, you know, if when like Dan came up behind me, he caught me incredibly fast, and he didn't have any trouble getting past, and when he got past he just left me, so I'm under no illusion that some people are faster and you've just got to let them go. But just felt that I had the exact same pace as Gaz, more or less, lap after lap, so I just thought, why let him go if he's just going to stick on my tail the whole time? I've just got to handle the pressure and keep racing. So, still in 7th place as we head on to lap 8. Big slide into T1 though, and a massive run wide on the exit. Gives you a good run out of that corner, but it gives you a penalty as well. So heading into the tight right hairpin, turn 2, and we've got Subarugaz again right behind me. Looked like he was side by side there briefly. Just can't quite get any more performance out of that BMW that can get him past. Apart from now, he's got the run on me on the exit as I went deep into the corner, and Gaz has just claimed 7th place off me. But there I am, side by side, looking for it back straight away. And now he pulls well and truly in front of me and claims 7th place. Bit wide there through the second to last corner, and then running it onto the curb as we come onto the straight. So slipstreaming Gaz again, looking for an opportunity down the inside. Go for it this time round, but I don't quite get close enough on the brakes, so I force Gaz to defend a little bit and give me a little bit of space, but I didn't actually use it. But it slows him down on the exit, and I managed to get the run on him, so a bit naughty that in a way, but I guess Gaz gave me a little bit too much room, considering with hindsight. And then we see Gaz hit the wall, or something going on, had a bit of a moment, and spat him off to one side, bit of oversteer, so it does drop off mate briefly, and you see Robus trying to go down the inside of him, which he manages to do, but then looks like Gaz gets the cut back and sticks it back in 8th. Quick note whilst I'm at this, if you haven't already, go check out the MRC 6-hour endurance race for a very worthy children's cancer charity in Denmark, I believe, and called Kika. Sorry, I nearly forgot to say the actual charity. If you're interested in a 6-hour endurance race, pretty epic, go check it out, or go contact Dennis Stewart. I'm sure he'll help you out with some information if you're genuinely interested. Obviously, if you just want to ask a question, then maybe just ask it on the Facebook group. But anyway, go check it out. Certainly worth a mention. There's other people doing videos as well, worth a mention, that I've been watching recently. CJW Racing, he does some good videos and just seems like he started doing replay videos and stuff like that. And also Anthony Bodycott, which is known as Dark Smoker, he does some good videos and quite a lot of league racing he covers. He doesn't always race in the races, but he does the commentary over various different races, and he does a really good job, so go check those guys out as well. That's Dark Smoker and CJW. And again, that 6-hour endurance race is for Kika, so it's a very worthy cause if you fancy a 6-hour race, that is. If not, you can still donate if it's something close to your heart. So we've got a little bit of a break in the battle between me and Gaz. I forgot about this, I'll be honest. This is the first time I watched the replay back. So we're at the 15-minute mark on the race timer. I keep going wide through that first corner, which I didn't do in practice, so I was annoying myself. So we've got Gaz losing a bit of a penalty as it looked like Robus just had a bit of a moment coming out of T2, bit of oversteer as he planted the throttle. So we've got Subarugaz back in 8th place. Free to chase me again. Nope, sorry, Robus has taken 8th again. Another thing to mention, if you're interested and you end up watching this and you're interested in doing these kind of races, everyone takes it pretty seriously and tries to keep clean, as you might have noticed from the good racing going on. And yeah, if you're interested, go check out the Mature Racing Club on Facebook, sign yourself up and get involved. It doesn't matter how fast or slow you are, there's someone to race against. Nice exit out of there this time from me. Robus again having a bit of trouble from out of the tight right hander there. So this is the point again where we've got Gaz behind me and I've got a battle on my hands as we see Bales Tonovic having a moment and we both gain a place, so it's the battle for 6th now instead of 7th and 8th. So he's closing in on me quite quickly, is Gaz, which does lead me to believe that he does have the overall pace on me, but then just didn't seem to be able to get past and get away from me. And I wasn't driving particularly defensively, so he's right on my tail again, giving him the inside room, for example. I'm not diving down the inside to defend, but he chooses not to, as the Ferrari just gets the advantage towards the end of the straights with that slight top end advantage over the BMW. As you can see, we end up side by side halfway down the straight, and then towards the end with the braking and the top end speeds, just managed to be able to get back in front, which is the issue for Gaz getting past really. So long as I don't make massive mistakes, I can keep that up corner after corner after corner. So brilliant, again, brilliant stuff, keeping it clean as well. I don't think there was one bit of contact between us. So yeah, races like this don't happen every day for me anyway. And again, I'm not talking about positions. I've had better races for, well, I've won races in the past. I've had better races for the actual position I've finished in, and I've had some really good races, like I said, but for just a constant half an hour battle with one person, this is about as good as it gets. Not quite constant, but you know what I mean. A few little breaks in there where Gaz has dropped back a little bit. So I've got him again, chasing me down, putting pressure on. Going for a really wide entry there, Gaz, to get a good exit. Trying to get the run on me down here. Really good on the brakes is Gaz to have to follow me that closely for that long and not hit me on the brakes at any point was very impressive. Again, bumper to bumper. It's it's unbelievable how many laps it actually ended up being. He's going for it again, his Gaz, but can't quite manage it into the braking zone. Gets a run down the straight though. Good run out of the last corner. Right on my bumper again for an opportunity into T1. But again, the Ferrari just with that top end speed, so coming towards the end of the straight just seems that little bit too far in front to have the opportunity to overtake, even with a good run out of the last corners. We just saw there from Gaz. So a little mistake from me. Gaz Temporella, or can't say that word, says goes up into 6th, and then I gain it back again with the top end speed. And then we go side by side through the corner. I get a decent exit and managed to keep ahead again. So every time Gaz got past me, I managed just about to keep him behind eventually. Lap after lap after lap of unbelievable moves and brilliant stuff. Hopefully this is quite a good example of what you can actually achieve in as clean, close racing as well. For those people that say, oh, rubbing is racing, well, there's really no need. So Subarugaz had 6th place there, but again, just got the run on him, took it back. Must be so frustrating for Gaz this. So we've still got 6 minutes of the race left. And it doesn't really change, it's still pretty much the same battle going on one way or another. I was wondering if this was going to be as good to watch back as it felt like it was last night, and so far it's proved it was pretty good. sometimes it can feel like you've had some really good clean racing, and then you watch the replay back and it felt like loads of laps, and then in reality it ends up being about 2.5 laps or something like that. But this really was lap after lap after lap. Hence why it's one of my best races ever. Especially the fact that I was in front the whole time as well, or most of the time should I say. And just handling that pressure, it was quite the psychological battle instead. So again, Gaz has got the run on me. Drop back a tiny bit now. You'd normally say that we're really close, but he's not quite on the bumper heading into that one. Just checking on Gaz and see what lap times he's done. So I've done a 1:32.793. He's done a 1:32.110, so he's done a few 32s, 2 32s on there, so he's actually doing faster laps than me. At points, that is. Obviously, if it was just faster, then they'd be in front. So again, I'm going defensive this time. Feel a little bit of a threat from Gaz coming towards the end of the race now, so I don't want to let him past at all now. I felt through the rest of it that if he did get past me, I could get a run on him again straight away, so I wasn't too concerned. But now we're coming towards the end of the race, I'm really a bit more worried about if he does get past me, can I get it back straight away? There's not much time left. So he ran a little bit wide into T1 there. Dropped off the back of me a bit, but not for long. I really like this track, Red Bull Ring. The Formula 1 was here not so long ago as well. It's a really good track. In particular, that corner I really like, coming out of there, and if you get it right and run it onto the curb nicely on the exit, it's really rewarding for pushing how early you can get on the power on the exit. So I think all the cars in front of us as well are all Porsches, so we're having the best of the rest race, really. So we're coming towards the end now, as we've still got gas. I'm going slightly defensive, but then decide to pull the wide line and still take the entry as normal. Half a second penalty for Gaz. I've just picked up half a second penalty too. We do 2 races on this Friday. This is worth a mention as well. We do 2 races on Friday, and the second race was at Catalonia, and it was another half-an-hour race. And at some point in that race as well, I had Gaz behind me, and I thought, oh no, not again. I thought, oh god, this is going to be another race where I've got a 30-minute battle on my hands. But turned out a bit differently, that one. But yeah, we're coming towards the end now, as we see Gaz going for what might be his last attempt at an overtake. His last couple of chances, maybe. I think we get one more lap in, if I'm not mistaken, saying that. So drops in behind me again. So for 1 second penalty now I have. So not brilliant. Run side by side on the exit pretty much as Gaz goes for the opposite line. He just loses out to my top end speed, like I keep saying, down the straight. Because he manages to get side by side pretty much every lap. And then it just drops back at the end. So this is the last lap now. And I've got this penalty to worry about at this point. I remember thinking I need to get rid of this second penalty. How am I going to do it? So I don't think I actually bothered, I just took it to the line. I didn't want to lift off and ruin this little bit of a race that we'd have been having, this little moment that we'd have been having a couple of seconds. So Gaz trying everything he can for this last lap. Cut the curb a little bit to cut the line off for him through there. Coming through the last 2 corners now. I go wide on the exit and then through the last corner down the straight. I just pick up a 2.4 second penalty because of the going wide on the second to last corner, so I actually end up giving Subarugaz the place, which he would have had anyway because my penalty was too big, the 0.9 second penalty. So very, very, very good racing. Shame I ruined it with the penalties and didn't actually get the position I'd raced for the whole race, but there you go. Absolutely brilliant. Really, really enjoyed that. So thank you very much for watching. If you have done, I've been Ada G. If you're interested in any of this league racing stuff, Gran Turismo, go check it out and stick with my videos. Feel free to go through and check out different videos. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you've really enjoyed it, subscribe. If you've liked it, give it a like, and see you again soon. Take care.